Charlie was a man who went for an interview in West Virginia. He went in the route, but the route was stuck in traffic, so he came back to the same route, and he looked looked for other route. When he was driving his car, he crashed into other car. After that, he met other five people. He met to Ivan, Francine, Carly, Jesse, and Scott. When he was the accident, the cars was damaged. So they went. The Francine Ivan stayed in the car, take care for the car. Scott, Scott, Chris, Jesse, Carly, and went to look for help. So after that, Ivan disappeared suddenly. Francine, who was looking for Ivan, was asphyxiated by a chain for a misshapen man. Came to the coming to the Chris and his group, he found in the middle of the forest a house, and they got inside. They into the house found many threads of body of people that was murdered. So when they realized that he was in a brown and a bad house, they tried to go, but at that moment, at that moment, Miss Happenmans came, arrived at the house in a crane. A crane is a car with that with which you can mobilize other cars. So they, Chris and his group, hid, hid inside the house. After that, they were there for several hours until the mishaps fell asleep. After that, Ness, they they fled to the house, but mishaps realized that they they were there. So uh, mishaps started to hunt Chris and his group. After that, later that Chris arrived a park at a park where there was many cars, many left cars, and Miss Happiness arrived there. Uh, However, Chris said that they had to stolen they had to steal the crane. Um, Chris went out running to distract the mishaps, but he received a shot in his right leg. Um, he he was he was hurt. Say, watching that, Scott started to running too, but he was not hurt, and he could escape from the mishappened man. Mishappened man ran from behind Scott, and Chris, JC, and Carly stole the crane, and and went to look for Scott. When they was in the road and found Scott, Scott came came running to the crane, but he was murdered by arrows in his chest, and Chris and Jesse and Mali had to left him. Next to that, on the road, Chris and Jesse and Kali went on the crane and they found throwdown trees in the road, and I wonder myself why they don't use the crane to move the thrown down trees, but it is apart. So after that, Kali saw a watchfulness tower, and they went up to found a radio to ask for help. So they went up and they asked for help to a sheriff, and after that the mishaps set fire to the tower. So uh, nevertheless, Chris, Jesse, and Carly jumped over the trees, and they was there for a while, until the mishaps tried to scale the tree, and at that moment Carly was killed by a misshapen man. Carly, Carly's head was cut by a torch. After that, Chris and Jesse got away and they hid in a waterfall. So the next day, they walked they walked for a road, and until they found a road. And at that moment, Jesse was kidnapped by Miss Happyman, and Chris found a sheriff who is was going to talk. So, but 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 the sheriff was killed by a arrow in his eye. Watching that, Chris hid, and Miss Happyman got up to the sheriff's car, and and the Miss Happyman came back to the house, and Chris Chris went Chris went up to the car too. So after that, when Jesse was outside, Chris crashed the car into the house, and killed the mishappened man, and rescued Jesse. And after that, they went out to the house, um, and Chris set fire to the house, burning all.